All right. Welcome everyone. We're just grabbing our bolster or our pillow or our blankets to prop ourselves up on. And let's start with one foot in front of the other. So right foot in front of the left foot.
Mm.
And those heels are just lining up with each other. Yeah, so it's a little bit different than like a cross-legged. It's actually taking the feet wider. And then putting one foot in front of the other. Yep, it's kind of a different, yeah, beautiful. Perfect. So that's gonna open up the hips in a different way, and then we'll change the crossings of the feet afterwards. And then we're on our prop, just because that's gonna lengthen our spine. So see if you can move any of the muscle, the tissue out of the way and get on those two sit bones, nice and even. And especially if you have like any scoliosis or anything like that, you really want to move that tissue, that skin to get that balanced seat. Okay. Yay, and then go ahead and extend, lengthen, reach out the top center of your head. Invite that life, that vibrancy, that breath into the body. And go ahead and start spreading wide across your collarbones, across your chest, across the heart. And the palms can be up. Good. And then our scapulas, those bones behind your shoulders, the shoulder blades, go ahead and draw the southern tip of your scapula to the front of the room. Beautiful. So that heart's opening. Hi, Treya. Morning. We're just getting into our seated position, one leg in front of the other. And go ahead and start rolling your top shoulders down your back, like water flowing down your back. And see if you can build this strength and this lift in your armpit chest. So find the muscles that are here in the armpit chest and lift that chest, broaden that chest, open that chest. It's like a barrel that is expanding. Beautiful. And as you're drawing those scapulas forward, see if you can draw your front ribs to the back of the room. So scapulas forward, front ribs back. Beautiful. Stacking everything and allow the back of the neck to release and get long. Extend that back of the neck. And then inhale those arms forward, reaching through your fingertips. And go ahead and extend all the way from your scapulas to your fingertips. Reach, lengthen. Draw that chin downward, soften the face. And continue to grow taller, longer. Good, and then go ahead and flex those glute muscles, those hips. So the right glute is strong, the left glute is strong. Good. Exhale, arms wide, palms up. Reach, extend, lengthen, reach through those fingertips. And try and align that wrist, elbow, shoulder. Yes, and your thumbs are rolling back behind you to get that opening of the shoulders. Front ribs are reaching back. Inhale, getting tall, and those glutes are still strong, activated, toned. Inhale those arms up. Reach, lengthen, grow taller. And see if you can stack your center. So find your center sit bones, and then stack your center belly, your center ribs, your center heart, center throat, yep, center head, center top of the head, all in one line. And then from the right side and the left side coming in towards your center as well. And reach out the top center of the head. Good. Exhale, arms down. And if you're, go ahead and change the crossings of your feet or bring the opposite foot in front. And it might feel different on the side, but keep toning that right and left glute. Beautiful. And start to release your inner groins, that steel cable, towards your inner knees. Inner groins releasing towards the inner knees. And then outer knees reaching towards the upper hips. And go ahead and tone those glutes, those hips. And just imagine the hips are actually moving deeper into their hip sockets, deeper in towards the pelvis. And then you're toning the muscle around it. Good. And again, arms forward. Release from those shoulders, from those scapulas. See if you can get the wrists aligned, the elbows aligned. Reach to those fingertips. Soften the face. Extend through the back of the neck. And again, both those glutes are firing, toning, strengthening, activating. Good. And then inhale, arms up. Lengthen. And here we're actually learning how to really straighten those arms. And seeing if we can get the bend out of the elbows. And seeing if we can bring those arms behind the ears. And that one takes some work. That one will build up too. But keep working towards it. Yeah, reach through those arms, straighten those arms. More human potential. And just see if there's any bend. And see if you can lengthen through. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Keep going. You got it. Good job. Nice. Welcome back. And then exhale, we're going to take that right elbow on top of that left elbow. And then if you can cross the hands, we're going to cross the hands. Otherwise, work wherever you're at. Yeah. We're getting in those shoulders. Just keep practicing this one. It will eventually keep coming. And reach those elbows away from the face. So this one is great at getting under those scapulas. Getting into any tension that we might hold in the shoulders or the neck or the back. So go ahead and breathe nice and deep, expand into your back rib cage. And you're working out all of those smooth muscles, all of those muscles of your spine through that breath. So breathe nice and deep. And giving yourself an internal massage through that expansion and that contraction of your breath. And then exhale and switch the crossings of the elbows, crossings of the wrists. And reach those elbows away from your face. Smooth breathing, softening the face, softening the throat. Extending, reaching those elbows away. Reach through your fingertips. And again, use that expansion and that contraction of your breath to give you that internal massage, smooth out those muscles. Get into any places where we hold tension. And see if you can expand that breath even further, extend into those back ribs even more. Really fill up your whole back lungs. And then those lungs go all the way to the top of your shoulders, down to that lower rib cage. And fill up where the kidneys are, where the adrenals are. And exhale, come on out. Good job. Feeling maybe some of that burn. Okay, so go ahead and come on up. I like to use my hands to lift the knees because sometimes we've done some deep work in that pelvis. And then let's put the bottoms of the feet together. Again, sitting up on that height, on that prop. Good. So we want to have that equal pressure of our feet. Right coming towards the left coming towards the right. And then we're going to release from those groins. Those steel cables are releasing towards the inner knees. So soften, widen, broaden, release those groins. There's an opening that's happening in the front of the pelvis. Keep opening, lengthening, releasing. Good. And you might notice that the spine starts to tone and come more towards the center, the more that you release those groins. So again, bring everything towards your core, towards your center spine, and lengthen upwards. The right is coming towards the left is coming towards the right. Everything's coming towards the center. Good. And now from the outer edge of your knees, release towards those upper hips, those upper glutes. So groins are releasing, widening, spreading towards the inner knee. Inner knee is releasing up towards the outer knee towards the hips. And really tone in through those hips. Feel the glutes start to activate, engage. And again, everything is coming towards that center line. Good. And extend nice and tall, get that strong spine. Heart lifting, heart opening. See if you can really stack those vertebrae one by one. And breathe again into that upper rib cage, all the way up through that upper heart, upper armpit chest. Breathe all the way to the top of your shoulders. Good. And we're going to do one breath together. So inhale to the top of your breath. And pause at the top of your breath. And then exhale through your nose. Pause at the bottom of your breath. And back to normal breathing. Good. Okay, just 30 more seconds here, really toning in through those hips. So equal pressure in your feet. Hips moving in towards the center line and towards the hip sockets. And you might start to feel the muscles toning around the sacrum. Good. And exhale. Now we're going to soften, relax, release, let go of any grip, let go of any tension. And then use your hands to bring those knees together. Good. Okay, so we can slide off of our bolster, off of our pillow, off of our blankets. Set that to the side for now. And go ahead and bring the right leg out and forward. The left heel up. Good. And bring that right leg wide into an obtuse angle. Okay, and we're getting on those center sit bones. Good. And then we're gonna go ahead and exhale and start reaching and extending that right arm down the right leg. And see if you can roll and twist your chest up towards the ceiling. Roll and twist your belly button. And we're getting that external rotation of our right arm. Good. So you're getting into the shoulders, you're getting into the neck. And there's a gentle twist. And then inhale that left arm up. And reaching over. Just lengthening that side waist. And see if you can continue to rotate and twist your chest up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are rolling down your back. Good, smooth breathing. Breathe into that side waist, that side rib cage. And exhale, come on out. Now go ahead and face towards that right leg. So you're twisting that chest towards that right leg. And here we're just lengthening. So rather than trying to go down, see if you can lengthen up through your spine. So make more space in the spine. And you're getting that gentle twist, working into the muscles of the upper back. Good. And twist from the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the spine. You can use the pressure of your hands on the floor to help you get that twist. And then exhale, come on out. Go ahead and switch. So bring that left leg out nice and wide. And then draw that left hand down towards that left foot. Good. Right hand can be on your right knee. And start to get that gentle twist of your chest up towards the ceiling. And that left leg is that straight leg. See if you can bring the front of the knee to the back of the knee. Draw the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. Lengthen that left leg nice and long. Release that inner groin towards that inner heel. And then inhale that right arm up and over. Just opening up that side waist. And exhale, get a gentle twist of your belly button and your chest up towards the ceiling. And then your left side waist, see if you can lengthen it longer, lengthen it more. Heart's opening, spine is elongating. And in that lengthening, we find the strengthening. And again, that gentle twist up towards the ceiling. Smooth breath. And exhale, come on out. And then exhale, twist towards that left foot. Use your hands on the floor to help you get that twist. And so you're twisting from that base of the spine towards that left knee. And then you're twisting all the way up through the thoracic spine, through the upper chest. And then reach and extend upwards and forwards. So it's not so much that we're trying to go down, but that we're trying to lengthen the spine and open the heart. And those top shoulders are rolling down your back. Smooth breathing. Sit bones are spreading wide. And again, breathe into that back rib cage. Breathe into your back lungs. Open those up. Getting that twist. Twists are the key to flexibility. And continue to lengthen and reach to the top of your head. Find those sit bones. And exhale, come on out. Good, use your hands to draw that leg in, draw that knee in. And we'll go ahead and make your way to standing. Oh, this baby's moving, likes that one. Okay, so come on up to standing. And ideally, we do want to be on a non-slippery surface. So if you have shoes or access to a sticky mat or anything like that, that will be ideal. Okay. Great. So go ahead and get your mat aligned. Take your feet wide. And the reason it can be helpful to have that mat aligned is that you can use it to see if we're balanced. Because sometimes we'll have one foot that's 3 inches in front of the other one. So we want to try and keep that balanced foundation. So spreading the legs wide. Good. And then kicking the heels out. Heels out, toes in. Beautiful. And if you can't bend forward like this, you can always have a chair, or you can take your hands at your hips, and otherwise hands are at the floor. And go ahead and get all of your weight on the outside edges of your feet. Yeah. Good. Beautiful. And your legs are as wide as possible. So if you're on a non-slippery surface, you can go wider. And go ahead, keep imagining that you're spreading the floorboards wide with the pressure of your feet. And you're lifting those inner arches up towards the ceiling, drawing the outside edges of your feet towards the floor. And go ahead and lengthen through the back of your neck, nice and long. And start to engage the muscles of your thighs. So draw the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. And keep that pressure on the outer edges of your feet. And now we're going to open the backs of the thighs. So you're reaching those inner groins towards the back of the room. Outer edges of your hips are reaching towards the front of the front of the thigh. The front of the thigh is reaching towards the groin. The groin is reaching towards the back of the thigh. And again, pressure on the outer edges of the feet. So go ahead and bring that full body breath. So breathing through the top of the head, through the spine, through the back of the body, through the pelvis, through the legs, through the outer edges of the feet. Just see if you can connect your breath throughout your entire body. And begin to reach those sit bones back behind you. So those sit bones are reaching behind you and they're also reaching up towards the ceiling. Smooth breath, smooth breathing. Good. And exhale. Slowly walk your feet slightly in and bring your hands to your hips. Yes. Okay, great. So legs are still wide, heels are still kicked out. Now we have our hands on our hips. And see if you can start to open up the chest. So it's as though you're doing a little mini back bend. Yeah, perfect. And here you can really start to access those two sit bones. So bring your mental awareness to your sit bones. Sit bones are spreading wide. Good. And then lower back is strengthening. Lower back is strengthening. Yeah. So lift that chest a little bit. Open that heart. And again, equal pressure in the feet to work through the pelvis and the spine. Heart lifting. Ooh, uncle. Feeling it. Keep that pressure on the outside edges of the feet. Lengthen through the spine. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, press through your feet to come up. Good. So we still have that pressure on the outside edges of the feet. And go ahead and again, draw the front of the thigh to the back of the room. Engage the thighs, lift the kneecaps up towards the ceiling, towards the pelvis. Good. So here we're really getting into the legs. So again, pressure reaching on the outside edges of your feet, lengthen. Inner arches lifting up towards the ceiling. And then really engaging that front of the thigh to the back of the room. Good. Open up the backs of the thighs. Draw the outside edge of your hip towards your inner groin. So we're getting an internal rotation here. Oh, that one gets deep. So pressure on the outside edges of the feet. Outer hip rolling towards the inner groin. Inner groin rolling towards the back of the thigh. Back of the thigh opening towards the outer hip. So we're getting this entwining all the way through from the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. And again, the way that we can balance our hips, balance our pelvis, balance our spine, balance our legs is through that equal pressure of our feet. So imagine that you're spreading the floorboards wide, extending, lengthening, and draw your tailbone straight down towards the floor as though there was a weighted anchor on your tailbone. Good. Front of the thigh to the back of the room, backs of the thighs opening. Tailbone reaching down and then extending through the top of your head. Chase those glutes down towards your heels. Legs are engaged, legs are strong, muscles are activating towards the bone. And see if you can get that smooth breathing. Soften the breath. breathing through the nose. And inhale, take your arms wide, palms facing up. I know it's hard to see me. Arms wide, perfect. Great. And now inhale those arms up towards the ceiling. Yes, extend, lengthen, reach. Find that space, open that heart. And go ahead and look up towards the ceiling if you feel balanced. And again, that tailbone's drawing straight down. Front of the thighs are reaching to the back of the room. Looking up if you feel balanced. And lengthen those legs are growing longer. And exhale, arms down. And then go ahead and slowly walk those feet towards each other. Good job. Oh, that's like a big pelvis dissection, so move slow. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so for this next one, let's see. If you have a block, that can be really helpful. Or anything that you can prop your hand up on. So we are gonna go ahead, widen out that stance again. Our right foot is gonna be our back foot, so kick that right heel out. And then turn those left toes away from you. And have that block in reach if you have it. And we're gonna put that block, if you have it, in front of your ankle. Good. Okay, and then we're gonna exhale and extend. It is a nice wide stance. So getting to that 90-degree angle. Oh yeah. Taking a wider stance if you can. And then we're gonna draw that left hand down to the block. And then that right hand straight up into the sky. Good. So we have this 90-degree angle, this bend in our knee. And then we have the pressure in the outside edge of the back foot. And then there's a gentle twisting that's happening through your whole spine. So you're twisting through that spine, twisting the chest up towards the ceiling. And finding that smooth breath. Good. And that right arm is releasing from your right shoulder up to your fingertips. And then that right hand can come down to your right hip. And just a couple more breaths here. Smooth rhythmic breathing, you know we're feeling it. And then exhale, come on up. And then we're gonna grab that block and go to the other side. My mom was telling me a really funny story about this pose the other day. She went to India to study with BKS Iyengar. And he had them in this pose for 6 minutes straight. So go ahead, come on down. And we're extending into that back leg, bending in that front knee. I'll keep telling you the story. Arms wide. And then exhale that right hand down. And left hand straight up. Okay, so she's in this pose. And he's holding them for 6 minutes, right? And she starts coming out of her skin. She's like, I'm getting on the next flight. I'm leaving. I can't believe this. Right? Because you start to
everything comes to the surface. And then out of, 4 minutes, she's still like, I can't believe I'm doing this. And then 6 minutes comes around and she has her breakthrough. And she goes, oh, I love this man. This is the most peaceful I've ever felt in my life. I'm so happy I'm here. So working through that incredible discomfort at times and we gotta have that breakthrough. And it usually means coming to that edge of complete discomfort. Exhale, come on up. And then we can break through to the other side where there's more freedom, there's more peace. So know as it's coming up, go ahead and switch to the first side again. Know as those struggles come up, whether it's the emotions that start to rise, whether it's the burning of the tissues. Go ahead, exhale, bend to that 90-degree angle. Whether it's mentally challenging, physically challenging, know that you're doing really deep work. Bend to that 90-degree angle. Exhale, draw that left hand down to the floor, right hand that's straight up. Press on the outside edge of your foot. Bend that left knee even more. Twist your belly to the ceiling. But just know, if anything comes up, whatever comes up, it's good. It is part of the process of that breakthrough. Reach through the spine, reach through the top of the head. Smooth breathing. Exhale, come on up. Grab the block, bring it to the other side. So I've been working on my longer timings with these. I haven't gotten to 6 minutes yet though. Exhale, come to that strong pose. Drawing that right hand down towards the floor, towards the block. Left hand up to the ceiling. And press on the outside edge of that back foot. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the top of the head. Arm is straight up. Side waist is growing long. And that chest is twisting towards the ceiling. Smooth breathing, working through the whole body in this one. And exhale, come on up. Oh yeah. Slowly walk those feet together. Good. Beautiful. All right, so I would love if we're able, ideally, I would love to find any kind of space at the wall where we can press, or if you don't have a wall accessible, if you have a chair accessible. But I just want us to be at that 90-degree angle, one way or another. Okay. Good. So let's see where we're at. We'll work with both. So if your hands are on the chair, your feet are wide, about shoulder, a little bit wider than hips width apart. And then if your hands are at the wall, then you're pressing into the wall. And you can bend those knees if you need. You can micro bend those knees and lift those sit bones up towards the ceiling. So the reason we bend the knees is to get the round out of the back. So knees are bent, sit bones are lifting. Or if your hands are at the chair, same thing, just slightly different. Yeah, so let's see if we can open that chest more by bending those knees more. right? If the chest is closed, bend the knees. Open the heart. Sit bones reaching, sit bones lifting. Smooth breathing, get that equal pressure in your feet. Open up those side waists, equal pressure in the hands. And exhale, come on up, hands to hips. Good. Set that chair to the side. And then again, non-slippery surface if you have it. Okay. And go ahead and draw the right foot forward, left foot back. Square your pelvis with the wall in front of you. Square that chest with the wall in front of you. And go ahead and roll from the outside edges of your feet towards your inner groins. Open up the backs of the thighs. And reach that left glute into your left heel. Good. Inhale those arms straight up. And if your balance feels good, you can look up towards the ceiling or look straight ahead. And keep drawing that left glute into your left heel. Good. And again, those arms are reaching behind the ears, trying to get any bend out of the elbows. And then that heart is opening, lifting. Tailbone drawing straight down. Opening up the front of the pelvis. And hands on your hips, you can still look up. If your balance feels good. Heart opening more. Good. Exhale. Switch your feet, left foot forward, right foot back. Good. Okay, so tone the right glute muscle. Draw that right glute muscle down towards your right heel. Again, everything's coming to that center line. Open up the backs of your thighs. Draw your tailbone straight down to the floor. Equal pressure of those feet. And the heart lifts and the head lifts. If that balance feels good. And inhale those arms up. Heart lifting, looking up towards the ceiling if you feel balanced. Equal pressure in the feet. And keep drawing the glutes straight down to the floor, tailbone straight down. And heart opening, legs strong. So again, engage the muscle to the bone. Activate the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. Smooth breathing. And exhale, hands down. Good, coming feet together. Okay, good. So now we're gonna move into our heart opening. So you won't need the mat for this one. Good. If you do have a strap of any kind, that could be very helpful. So I want to demonstrate this one first. We've done it before, but really getting into the slowness of the movement. So I'll demonstrate and then I'll walk you through it. Definitely use a strap with this belly. So we're gonna be on our backs. Use the strap if you need to make more space. And I'll demonstrate first, so. You can see I'm already rolling on the tops of my shoulders, getting my heart open. Right, and then the knees are never gonna go wide, the knees are staying parallel or towards each other. But there is a gap. And then again, we never turn our neck when we're in this one. So my chin is aligned with my chest is lifting. External rotation of my arms. And then I'm gonna press into my feet to go up. And then again, I'm walking on the tops of my shoulders. And I'm drawing that tail or that sacrum up towards the ceiling, reaching, reaching, reaching. And then when we come down, those knees don't go wide, but I'm gonna go real slow. And I'm drawing my tailbone away from my head, drawing it away, I'm going real slow. And then I pause here, because I wouldn't get the opening if I just went straight through. So tailbone reaching, extending, and boom, my heart is so open. And we'll do that a few times where we're up and then slow as you can go. Tailbone reaching away, pausing, getting that heart open. So we'll do it together, but it's a huge heart opener. Any questions so far?
Coach, I have a question. When we're going down slowly, are we hitting the mat or we're not touching the mat when we end that position?
When you come to the final ending, your sacrum will touch the mat. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, but at the very, very end, good question. Okay, so let's try it. Let's grab our strap. We give you the extra length of our arms. So we're rolled back. Let's see. Okay. You have that strap, you're lying on your back. Yeah, you can always roll to your side to lie on your back. And then once, yep, perfect. Great. So that strap is just around the front of the ankles. If you're using it. Yes. Okay. And then we're gonna get that external rotation of our arms, so you're walking yourself on the tops of your shoulders, getting that heart open. Good. Feet are a little bit wider than hips width apart. And again, we're not gonna turn our head in this one, so keep your chin aligned with your center chest. And as you're ready, you're gonna press into your feet to lift your butt off the floor up towards the ceiling. And you're reaching your sacrum towards the ceiling. Again, not turning the neck, but you can walk on the top of your shoulders to get more of a heart opening. And then we have that equal pressure in your feet. This is toning all through the glutes. Keep reaching that sacrum up towards the ceiling. And then again, the knees are not going to go wide, but you're going to start scooping your butt away from your head. Yep. Reaching the tailbone and move slowly, slowly, slowly towards the floor. So scoop your buttocks away from the head. Reach your tailbone away from the head. Pause. Get that heart open more. And then slowly, at the very end, your sacrum touches the ground. And that heart is open. Breathe deep. Feel that huge, huge heart opening. Good. And I'll walk you through again. So feet are actually parallel to each other. So imagine that your 2 feet are like on railroad tracks. And then keeping those knees so they're not splaying wide. As you're ready, go ahead and lift your pelvis up towards the ceiling. Good. Good, good, good. And now you're walking on the tops of your shoulders. Yes. Getting those shoulders open. Imagine that you're holding a block between your 2 knees. And keep pressing through your feet to reach that sacrum up towards the ceiling even more. Yep. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Lifting that sacrum. I know it's a burn. I know it's hard. You got this. And now scoop your buttocks away from your head. And it's like you have an alligator tail and I'm pulling on it. So your tailbone, and keep that head square. And it's like you're reaching your tailbone away from your face and you're starting to slowly move down towards the floor. So slowly scoop, 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 scoop. Yeah. Tailbone away from the face. Drawing the buttocks closer and closer towards the floor. And pause. Heart opening. Okay, good job. And knees together. Take a couple recovery breaths there. And Karen, can you bring your toes closer towards each other? Yes, here you go. Good. So heels kicked out, toes pointing towards each other. There you go. There you go. That's your work for today. Okay, and then go ahead, align your chin with your center chest. Good. Take a couple more breaths. See if you can already start walking on the tops of your shoulders, getting that external rotation of your arms. And then when you're ready, press into your feet to lift your sacrum up towards the ceiling. Good. Toes in. And lifting, lifting the butt off the floor, reaching the glutes towards the ceiling. Opening the heart even more, walking onto the tops of the shoulders. Chin is square, good work. Reach, lift those glutes, lift that booty up towards the ceiling. Smooth breathing. And now start extending your tailbone away from your face. Imagine that you have a tail, it's growing long. Scooping your glutes away from the back of the head towards your feet. And start slowly, slowly coming down. Again, with the emphasis of scooping your glutes away from your head. Those knees are staying closer towards each other. And especially when you get to that point where you just want to go quickly, slow, pause, stop, get that heart open, scoop the buttocks away, and then come all the way down. Moving slow, moving slow. Ooh, beautiful. Feel that heart open. Good. Okay, so go ahead and just start to relax your body. You can just stay lying there. Feel that opening of the heart, of the chest. Palms can face up towards the ceiling. If you're comfortable with it, your legs can straighten out. And now we're just going to go into that receiving pose, just lying on your back, softening the body. This is where we're starting to integrate all of the work that we did today at that cellular level, at that nervous system level. And go ahead and soften the jaw, soften the throat, soften the eyes. And imagine that you have horse's eyes on your side temples that are opening. Side temples are opening, releasing. Breathe into the shoulders. Feel your wrists touching the surface of the floor. Feel your back and your shoulders touching the floor. Backs of the legs, the heels. And just allow yourself to melt like a stick of butter in the sunshine. Melting, letting go, releasing. Surrendering is a better word. Surrendering. You're deeply supported, deeply held. Feel that support underneath you. And take a nice deep breath. And go ahead and wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes. Bring that breath through the whole body from head to toe. And go ahead and roll to your right side. And as you're ready, gently come to seated. Feet. Artwork. Yeah, and sometimes we do fall asleep in this one too, which is fine. Beautiful. Yeah, Phyllis, slowly make your way on up as you're ready. Nice work. Good job.
Wow.
I wanted to stay there.
You wanted to stay there? I get that.
You're not alone. You're not
Uh-huh.
alone.
You're in that
Oh my goodness.
surrendered
Mm.
state.
Oh,
So
wow.
how was that heart opener for y'all?
That was absolutely beautiful.
Mm.
I went on such an experience. I think I'm having one of those Karen moments weeks ago. I don't know if it's starting from the beginning, but I'm definitely feeling like I've journeyed my body, my cells. At one point, I felt like I was floating that during that last exercise when I don't know the name of it, but I felt like I was floating. And then, my mind started just like in my head, I was like, I'm feeling so grateful for this moment and this space. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful experience. I felt the burn earlier on, and it was like, oh my gosh, this feels like Coach Marcellus or AD workout. Like I was having that sensation. And then it got easier. It was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for sharing.
Amen. Ditto, ditto. Oh, wow.
Mhm. Oops, you're muted, Drea. We don't hear, or no, you're not muted. I just didn't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Okay. So I had a crazy start to my morning, but once I jumped in, I recognized that because I didn't get the chance to switch to the other side when you were sitting and when we were overlapped, crossing our knees, I realized that when we went into the next exercise, the next process, that's the side that didn't get worked percolated more. So you know what? It was amazing because I went to a deep place where I was thinking, oh my goodness, that this, like I'm feeling really, really uncomfortable. And then I became self-compassionate and I realized, oh, our body that God created is so amazing because it's correcting itself, it's balancing itself, and it's being forgiving,
Mm,
right?
wow.
Like where okay, I'll get you caught up. Don't worry, Andrea. It was like an amazing feeling. And then when you were demonstrating about us walking on our shoulders and lifting our buttocks way up, like I was mesmerized because when I'm watching you do this, I'm like, that baby, that fetus has to be dancing right now because your bump almost disappeared. So I could see like your diaphragm's up and it gave it more room. So it's like the baby was stretching. So I got mesmerized and so I was watching you the whole time thinking, oh my goodness, that baby, look at that baby. That baby's happy, right? And I was feeling like the baby has to be happy. But when you said, oh, now you can all relax. I'm like, more relaxed than I am now. Like I can't get more relaxed than this. I felt so great after the end of that up and down. And when you use the analogy for, I'm an evaluator. Can you tell? Like I like to give feedback. So when I realized what when you use the analogy for the horse's eyes, oh my God, that got me because I love horses. They're so spiritual and their eyes just tell you everything. So I was like, oh my goodness, to put your eyes like a horse's, oh my God, I can picture that and I can do that. Yeah, it was amazing. The whole experience, and for having the start that I had and I jumped on late and everything, I just felt like I had an amazing, amazing experience. So thank you, Coach. And thank you, Phyllis and Karen. Thank you.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Welcome.
I'm excited.
You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing.
Wow.
And the surrender, for sure we were surrendered. The surrender, I love that word.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Well, gosh,
And
they've said everything that I wanted to say.
I love it.
I was really mesmerized as well when you were, pushing up and the baby, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, I know the baby's just talking to you all kinds of ways, all kind of movement, and it was just it's beautiful to watch
Beautiful.
when you were doing that. And then when we had to actually do it, that was a kind of different move for me. And I'm going to have to work on that, actually walking on the shoulders. And because it felt really, really good. I could feel the percolating. I could feel, all my cells. I mean, this work is something that is necessary for our wholeness. It truly is. And the more I do it, the more I know that it's helping me, it's changing me. Yes, it's a slow burn, but I'm getting stronger. I feel stronger, even though I'm praying for you to say, okay, we can stop and go to the next move.
Yeah.
But in that praying to get to the next move, I know it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be like, okay, we're doing a workout. And then I'm thanking God when you're like, okay, let's release it. But wow, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much. Appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Breakthrough moments. Good job. I know, and that baby was like rearranging and like turning and twist. It was awesome.
I know. Almost ready to come out next month, right?
Next month. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait for you.
Pretty amazing. Such a cool journey.
Yeah.
Phyllis, did you have something you wanted to say?
Oh, I just wanted to commend Michelle because she did, I don't know, she did this, and I'm like been in the space from June, and I still can't get that done. So I just want to say kudos to her. I'm still battling with that.
Mm.
I'm sure I didn't see you because I was on the speaker's view and I didn't see you. I didn't mean to not mention you when I was thanking everybody. So thank you, Michelle.
No worries at all. I've done a lot of yoga and it feels good. I've actually just been doing our walking and stuff, and we just got a treadmill, and so it was good to get back. And someone mentioned surrender, and that's actually been the word right when you said it, that's been the word in my head that I forgot what my word for the year was, but it's just moved to surrender. And I think I'm just gonna keep it for next year, and that's just where I'm at. So thank you. I feel like this was what I needed this morning.
Amen. 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 Wow.
Great.
Wouldn't that be easier if we just surrendered? Just surrender. I mean, just surrender. Seems so simple, huh? Why do we make it so difficult?
I don't know why we do. But we can remind each other, surrender.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love that word so much. And I gotta tell you, the clock saved you because I was gonna have you do one more round of the shoulder up.
Oh my gosh, thank God for the clock. Speaking of which, what? We lose an hour, I think, on Sunday.
Already?
Oh, we gain the hour. Go backwards, not forwards, right? We go
Oh,
backwards.
hold on. Like this Sunday, Karen?
Fall back.
Yes.
Are you
Okay.
serious?
Yes.
Oh my
This-
gosh.
This Sunday, are we going backwards?
We go backwards
Fall
an hour.
back. Yes,
We fall back. Yeah,
Fall
fall
back.
back. Yeah, Sunday.
Oh my
Yep,
goodness, already. Oh,
we do already.
I know.
Already. Yeah.
wow.
Mhm.
Goodness. Well, thank you all for being here, for practicing, for showing up, for surrendering. Love it. Let's just appreciate spending time together in this space together so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Nice to meet you, Michelle.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
nice to meet you, Michelle. Have a blessed day. See you,
Nice to
Coach.
Too. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
See you.
Weekend. Happy weekend.
Listen,
Karen, bye,
Andrea,
friends.
have a blessed one now. Mwah.
Yes.
Love you
Happy
all. Take
Sabbath,
care.
Andrea.
Bye
Take care,
bye.
everyone.
You too now. Bye bye. Love you guys.